What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Steph's Life's channel. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, turn on post notifications. You can be notified every time I post another chisme. Another chisme video, any fashion videos. And for today's video, we're obviously going to be talking about a whole cheating scandal, how I ended up meeting the side girl. I know Valentine's Day is just around the corner. I'm about to get all y'all mad because these guys be playing some games, you know? Not only guys, but girls be playing games. But if you guys want to hear the chisme, go get your snacks, your coffee, your water, whatever, and come back and sit back and relax. You know what? Let's get right into the story time about I have a friend. Her name is Maria. We're going to call her Maria la Toxica because she is toxic. When I say toxic, it's not like checking your phone toxic. Like, this is toxic, all right? So let's get right into the story time. So for you already know when I sit in this chair, it's chisme time. It is chisme time. So, you know? Nah, just kidding. Okay, so to the story. Okay, so I have a friend, her name is Maria. We're gonna call her Maria la Toxica. So she was having like little problems with her man or whatever, you know, like everybody do. Don't be acting like you don't be having problems with your man, because like everyone does, you know. We need to learn how to control our man. That's the problem. That's the thing, you know. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so my friend Maria la Toxica was having problems with her man, right? One night, you know, Saturday night, she was being hella toxic. She was being hella toxic where she was spying on her man. Yes, she was spying on her man. Don't be acting like you never spy on your man, because I think I spied on my man probably like once, you know. Like, you just never know, you know. That's why we gotta be toxic. Anyway, so I spied on her man. So where her man lived, next door was his homie, you know, like they were like neighbors. So they were like hella homies, you know, like they're bros and stuff, you know. So tell me why my friend Maria la Toxica was being hella toxic, spying on her man. She was literally parked outside the house, trying to catch him sneaking out of the house, you know, just trying to sneaking out, you know. So tell me why she's okay. So the boyfriend at the time had his neighbor was his friend. His friend obviously has a girl, right? So tell me why Maria la Toxica is trying to catch her man like sneaking out or whatever out of the house or whatever, you know, in the night. But it turns out she literally catches the friend sneaking out of the house, going into his truck, literally parked outside his house. He sneaks into his truck in the middle of the night. And tell me why a girl, let's call this girl Crystal. So this other girl, Crystal, comes out from her car. I guess they're like meeting up in front of his house. Literally. So Maria la Toxica is catching the whole thing. Eyewitnessing. So she's catching the whole thing. The girl comes out of her car, goes into the truck, and they start doing it. Yeah, they literally meet up in the car in front of his house. They start, you know, doing their thing, and then you could even see, she told me you could even see like the truck moving. The truck is moving while they're doing their thing, you know. So yeah, like she even described the girl. She was like, yeah, she was tall, curly hair, black curly hair, and she had like a big butt. So yeah, that's what she described her, you know. Yeah, so she literally gets out of her car, goes into the truck, and they start doing it. And then once they're done, he goes inside his house, the girl goes into her car and drives away. I know. What? Like, literally in front of his house. The friend literally just cheated in like 5 minutes. I know. Crazy, right? That's why we have to be toxic, because you know what, we gotta catch these guys. We gotta make sure you know, by the time you catch it, they didn't even get it, you know, like oh my god, when she told me the story was crazy. Like what? Like literally catching the guy and like literally cheating. So tell me why Maria La Toxica knows his girl. So tell me, if you find out your friend's boyfriend or your friend's girlfriend is cheating, would you say something? In my opinion, me right now, I don't think I'll say anything. Like, you know what? Yo no miro nada. Yo no miro nada. Because you're just gonna lose a friend. They're gonna get back together anyways. Like, whatever. You know, that's why you gotta catch your own man. Like, you gotta be the FBI. You have to be the FBI and catch them, you know, because in the end of the day, like, nomás vas a quedar mal and stuff, you know? Anyway, so tell me why I ended up meeting the girl. Yeah, I ended up meeting the girl because, okay, this is why I'm saying the story time, because this is not just a girl got cheated. I ended up finding out who that girl was, and not because I was searching for it. Obviously, it has nothing to do with me. But tell me why I had gotten a job, right? Yeah, I had gotten a job. I can't even say because I don't have that many different jobs, but I did have a couple, you know? So I had a job where I met this girl. We ended up, you know, we're like co-workers and stuff. So tell me why this girl, we started following each other on Instagram, and then she saw some mutual friends, and she told me, oh, you know Maria La Toxica, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, she's my friend. So and then I've been getting distracted really quick because I leave the door open, so everybody low-key already hearing the chisme out there. Anyways, so yeah, so I ended up meeting this girl because from work, right? So I ended up meeting this girl from work. You know, she era la buenota from the job. You know, everybody, all eyes on her. You know, like it was that kind of girl. You know, she was good looking. So we're gonna call her Crystal, right? So I ended up meeting Crystal at my job. Whatever, we're cool. Whatever, we ended up following each other on Instagram. You know, so she saw that we had some familiar mutual friends. So she's like, oh, you know Maria La Toxica, and then I was like, oh yeah, you know, she's my friend, you know, like I can't, you know, I know her, you know, we talk a little bit but not that much, you know. And then she was like, oh yeah, she's with so and so, and then I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, you know. She's like, oh yeah, so and so lives next door to this guy Jose. So and so lives next door to Jose. And then I was like, oh yeah, you know, blah blah, you know. I was like, oh, well, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, I know them, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know. And she told me, she was like, yeah, I used to mess around with Jose. And I was like, what? That's crazy, you know. Maria La Toxica, actually, I told her, I'm like, oh, guess what? I have a really juicy chisme. And she's like, what? And then she said, oh, I used to mess around with Jose. I was like, what? You did? Whatever. I was like, yeah, but Jose has been with his girl for a long time. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, like he be like calling me and we just be like hooking up, you know. And then I was like, well, that's crazy. I'm like, well, I mean, if he doesn't care, why should she care? And I was like, well, yeah, you know, you're right. You know, why should you care if he doesn't care, you know? So and then I was like, wow, that's crazy, you know. And then I looked at her of the way that Maria La Toxica described her. So I was like, that's weird because, you know, Maria La Toxica actually caught him cheating with a girl. And I'm just like, and now that I think about it, like the description kind of looks like you look like the description of what she was telling. I was like, yeah, like she caught, and then she laughed. She was like, yeah, it was me. Because I told her that, you know, the whole thing where he got out of his house, she got out the car, they met up inside the truck, they started doing it, and then once they're done, you know, they went their separate ways, you know. And so then that's pretty much what happened. I ended up meeting the girl that Jose, the cheater, was messing around with. That's crazy though. It's crazy the fact that Maria La Toxica caught Jose cheating, and then I ended up meeting the girl. She told me, because I think they had moved kind of like far or something, and then she told me, oh, you know, like, guess who hit me up? And I was like, who, you know? And then she said, oh, Jose ended up hitting me up saying that, you know, he's gonna hit me up when he comes back over here. I was like, what? like this stuff gets me so mad. Like it gets me so upset because like just like how you guys are feeling upset. I mean, I don't know if you guys are feeling upset, but I was upset when I found out. I was just so pissed off. Like I was like, I better not find out. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut it off if I find out, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the chisme. So hope you guys enjoy the chisme. This is hella scandal. But yeah, you know, we gotta stay toxic because we gotta, you know, keep our man on point, you know. Overall, men cheat, women cheat. Like it's not just, obviously mostly men cheat, but you know, I can't just say only men cheat, you know. Girls should be cheating too. My story time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really do enjoy making these chismes video for you guys because it's hella entertaining. It's not that I'm a chismosa, but you know, I'm trying to entertain you guys. So if you guys like it, I'm gonna give it to you. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.